Alright, in this video, we are going to look at taxonomy hierarchy. And first, let's define taxonomy. Okay, it is the science of naming, describing, and also classifying organisms. And that includes all the plants, animals, and microorganisms. Okay, so taxonomy hierarchy that we will be looking at is the Linnaeus hierarchy system. Okay, which classifies the organisms according to hierarchy. Maksudnya daripada ada satu kedudukan, starting from species to domain. Okay, jadi dalam kita punya syllabus, okay, that's from here, species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom, dan kepada domain. So that means domains is the highest taxonomic rank of all the for organisms. And each kingdom is divided into smaller groups ataupun phylum. Okay, and after that, organisms in the same phylum they have these mutual characteristics, iaitu mempunyai ciri-ciri yang sama. And that the organisms in the phylum are different from the organisms from another phylum. And then further going down the hierarchy, where it is further divided into class, and then from class it is divided into order, and then order is divided into family, into genus. Family is divided into genus, and genus is divided into species. So to say that species is the smallest group to classify organisms. So organisms of the same species, they are capable of interbreeding. Maksudnya mereka boleh membiak sesama sendiri to produce viable fertile offsprings. Okay, jadi classification or this classification order is known as the taxonomy hierarchy. Jadi kamu hanya perlu mengingat, okay, the highest up to dia punya division sehinggalah the smallest group, and that is species. Okay, as you can see right here, domain, domains, kingdom, kingdoms. Maksudnya ada S itu adalah plural. Okay, for phylum, when it is plural, it's called phyla. Okay, genus, genera. So the others should have no problem. Okay, so this is the hierarchy system, which is the Linnaeus hierarchy system. Jadi nama Linnaeus ini diambil daripada the scientist that discovered ataupun the one that starts using this type of classification. Okay, right. Okay, kita lihat di sini. Just now we said the highest in the rank domain, and then the smallest group is species. Okay, so going down dia punya ranking ini, you can see that the number of organisms within each group decreases. Okay, daripada paling atas, domain Eukarya. Okay, kemudian kingdom Animalia. So you can see the number of organisms, okay, decreases. And the genetic link between each organisms becomes closer, okay, as it goes down the rank. So that means contohnya kepada genus Ursus ini, okay, these two animals, these two genus, they are now genetically closer to one another. Okay, up here, okay, over this side is another arrow going up the rank, and the number of organisms within each group increases. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the binomial nomenclature system. Binomial, bi bermaksud dua, and that's the formal system of naming organisms that is being practiced up until today lah. So that's the Linnaeus binomial system. Okay, common name contohnya burung di sebelah ini, that's common kingfisher, berasal dari genus dia adalah Alcedo. Dia punya species name is Atist. So if it is printed, kita buat dia begini, and that it is printed in italics. Okay, italics, dan dia adalah daripada dua perkataan separately ya. But if It is handwritten jika kita menulis tangan. So that means when you are answering your essay, your exam questions, kamu tulis tangan kan? So you have to write these two the scientific names separately, underline them, and that the name of the first letter of the genus is capitalized. Okay, jadi inilah the scientific name which consists of two words. The first words, that's the name of the genus, and then the second word is the name of the species. Contohnya kalau manusia, for example, we are Homo sapiens, right? So Homo, H is capitalized, and then they are of two different words, two separate words, right? Okay, so some more examples lah. Kalau dia punya common name for this green paddy frog, handwritten, say isi, memang dia adalah daripada dua perkataan yang separated. For example, paddy or rhiza sativa. Handwritten in this manner. Okay, scientific name given to all organisms is accepted and it is used worldwide. And each given name usually they provides an idea of the organism's traits. Okay, trait. Apa maksud trait itu? Trait is actually, okay, I'm gonna highlight this. Dia punya ciri-ciri. Okay, daripada nama itu, we already know. For example, let's say this common sunflower, dia punya genus adalah Helianthus. Okay, Helianthus. So, this gives us an information on why this sunflower is in the genus of Helianthus. So it tells us something about the traits of this type of flower. Okay, the state of their habitat, their country of origin, and to honor the researchers that had studied them. Okay, for example, kalau pea plant, okay, we will be looking at this plant, okay, in chapters to come. Pisum sativum L. Okay, ada L di sini. It is referring to Linnaeus, okay, which was the first person to name the plant. Okay. Alright, this one is innovation, which is in Malaysia. Okay, let's move on to dichotomous key. Okay, daripada perkataan di bermaksud dua. Okay, so it's a tool used by the taxonomists to identify organisms based on similarities and also differences. Okay, kenapa di? Apa yang dua itu? Okay, it is like this. One of the ways to build the dichotomous key is by using couplets. Couple, kalau couple, we know that it is dua orang kan. Okay, so here same lah, couplets itu is referring to two, that means di. Which each couplet it is made up of two statements about the organism's trait, dia punya ciri or its grouping. So you can see here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 organisms, and we are to classify them to identify the organisms using dichotomous key. So how are we going to do that? Okay, as you can see here, 1A and 1B. Okay, 1A and 1B, this one refers to the two statements, okay, about the traits. So if it is animals, whether it's animals or plants. If it is animals, then go to 2. So that means here 2, 2A and 2B. If it is animals, we have to see whether the animals has legs or does not have legs. Okay, if they have legs, then the next identification is that we are to go to number 3. Okay, number 3, if they have legs, then how many pairs of legs? 3 pairs or more than 3 pairs. Okay, let's say they have more than 3 pairs of legs, and then we can identify that they are spider. Macam tu daripada di kalangan 8 organisma ini. Okay, let's say just now the couplets, the first two statements, plants straight away we go to 6. Go to 6. Jadi di sini kita lihat 6. Another two statements, whether the seeds, whether the plants have seeds or does not have seeds. Kalau tidak ada seeds, then we can identify straight away that daripada plants di sini yang tidak ada seeds, that means those are non-flowering plants. Straight away we know that they are referring to the fern. Okay, tapi if it is flowering plants, okay, just now from here has seeds. So antara hibiscus dan juga pine tree, right? So the flowering plants, definitely that is hibiscus. So we can identify them already. Okay, so ini adalah sampel of dichotomous key yang digunakan, that is being used to identify organisms based on the similarities and also differences. Okay, so it is specific to an identification process. So when identifying other organisms, a different set of dichotomous key is used. Okay, kalau kita if we have to change this group of organisms, then we will use a different set. And the traits that are chosen must be obvious, yang jenis ketara, and also observable features. Otherwise, we cannot classify, we cannot group them accordingly. So we must also avoid the overlapping traits. Okay, maksudnya mesti jelas dia punya ciri-ciri itu yang kita lihat. For example, ada kaki, tiada kaki. And then if they have ada persamaan dari segi ciri, kita tidak pilih ciri tersebut. Okay, so this is another way to produce a dichotomous key. Sebenarnya masih juga merujuk kepada dua statement. Right, you can see right here, 1A and B. And then daripada the plants, for example, another two statements. Okay, that's the couplets just now. Cara dia punya another way of presenting this dichotomous key. Okay.